Well, apparently Peter Strzok somehow is still working at the FBI tonight, collecting a taxpayer-funded paycheck, despite being exposed as a political operative who promised his girlfriend that he would stop Donald Trump. And keep in mind, he was at the center of the investigation both into Hillary and into the current president. But Strzok may not be getting off scot-free. Today, his lawyer confirmed that last week his client was escorted out of the FBI's headquarters in downtown Washington, D.C. as part of an internal probe of his conduct there. Rather brazenly, that attorney then said that Strzok had, quote, played by the rules and respected the process, and lamented that he has faced, quote, personal attacks. Hilarious. Byron York writes for the Washington Examiner, has been following this story from day one and joins us tonight. So what exactly is happening here, Byron, do you think?
Well, we're not entirely sure. My guess would be it has to do with the finishing of the IG report. Now out in public, we're all able to see it. And the IG did say that he was investigating 5 people for bias, and certainly Strzok and Lisa Page, and 3 unnamed FBI employees were those 5 people.
How could this guy still work at the FBI?
You know, it's so many people actually want to know that. I mean, there were theories that perhaps it would be better to have him inside the tent than outside the tent as this investigation was going on. Nobody's entirely sure. Now, he was demoted in a really big way in, July, I believe, of 2017, when the IG went to Robert Mueller and brought these texts to Mueller's attention. Before that, Strzok had worked and been the central figure in the Trump-Russia investigation from the very beginning in the summer of 2016 all the way to the end of July in the Mueller time in 2017.
Huh. So it's not as simple, I guess, as the Attorney General saying you violated the most basic precepts of public trust, you have to leave. I mean, it's possible that there's some further use they might have for him?
Well, it's possible, and there are others involved, too. Remember, there is Attorney 2, FBI Attorney 2. He's the one who said Viva la Resistance, talking about his opposition to Trump. Also worried what he could have done differently to make sure that Hillary Clinton did not lose. And then there are 2 agents referred to FBI Agents 1 and 5, all of whom expressed serious anti-Trump animus.
So, Byron, I have to ask you a question as someone who's known you for more than 20 years. You've been in Washington a long time. Have you ever seen a moment like this, the level of emotional intensity, of hysteria, the left calling its opponents Hitler every single day on every single show? Where's this moving exactly?
Are you referring just to this new parent separation thing, or to the Russia thing, or all of it together?
I am. No, well, to the parent separation story. Yeah. I mean, look, I think there are 2 sides to that story, but I don't think there are 2 sides to calling somebody Hitler. I mean, it's so over the top. And yet that seems kind of normal now for the left in Washington. I've never seen anything like this in my whole life.
It has indeed been. And indeed, a former head of our intelligence services, Michael Hayden, former head of the CIA, actually tweeted out a photo of a concentration camp from World War II and said, well, some other societies separated parents from children as well. And you're absolutely right. There are a lot of this just insane rhetoric going on. It is now shifting, by the way, I think, into an actual political discussion. And I think it's actually going to clarify things a little bit, because I think a number of Democrats, there are solutions to this problem. They're not easy, but there are solutions to expedite the judicial hearings of people who have crossed into the United States illegally, and to deport more quickly the many thousands who are not granted, who have the process and are not granted asylum. We'll see if Democrats actually want to accept a solution like that.
Yeah, of course they don't. But we'll see. Byron York, great to see you.
Thank you, Tucker.
Well, the former capital of the Confederacy just switched a school's namesake from a Confederate general to Barack Obama. Things are changing. We'll discuss it next. Plus, we'll discuss a strange new political ad out of the state of Minnesota. Here's part of it. Unbelievable.
Here in the land of 10,000 lakes, we know how to put out a fire.